Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer Edwards with Briggs Freeman Sotheby's International Realty, and I'm so excited to be joining you today. Today is day 2 of the Home Buyer Bootcamp. So if you have been thinking about buying a home, maybe you've been binge watching HGTV and all the shows out there, maybe you've been online and you've been furiously searching through all the listings and what houses are available, then this will be a great week of videos for you to watch. We're doing a series of 4 to help make sure that you're set up to have a successful home buying experience. And so today we are talking about, this is day 2, and we are talking about getting pre-approved. And this means you're getting serious about the home buying process. And so you really should not be starting your home search journey without getting pre-approved. I know that it can sound scary going through that step, talking about money and having to submit all your information, but it doesn't have to be as scary as it sounds. It's actually gonna really help you understand with confidence that you're ready to move forward on the home buying process, because you will be able to help know what loan option is best for you, how much you can realistically afford, and how much money you need to put down, and what your monthly payments will look like that will put you in the different price ranges. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Grab a cup of coffee or a snack, whatever works for you, and join me for today's mini training. So first of all, we are going to talk about what does it mean to get pre-approved and why is that important. So you may have heard the term pre-qualification, and you may have heard pre-approved and wondered what the difference is. So there is a huge difference. Pre-qualification is really your first step. It is maybe an initial conversation that you have with the lender, or maybe you haven't even talked with the lender, but you just filled out something online, but you haven't submitted any documentation about your income, or even with your social security number for them to be able to run a credit check. And lenders will even give you a pre-qualification letter, but it's not a sure thing because they haven't verified anything. So it really is important to go to the next step, which is the pre-approval process. And so this means that you have submitted the required information and documentation to your lender, who will then run your credit, and they're gonna verify all the documentation that you submitted, and they will approve you for a specific loan amount. And so it's a conditional commitment that will give you the mortgage. And so they will need some information such as proof of income, employment verification, your credit score, and your social security number. So I know I have a lot of clients at this point that say, is it okay that I give my social security number and give all this information out? Yes, if you're serious about the home buying process, this is the next step. And so it takes us on a deeper dive to really know that you're ready to buy and what you can afford realistically. So it's important that you have this pre-approval done in order to be able to write an offer. So if you find that right home that's out there and you want to submit an offer, a seller's not likely going to look at your offer and even really consider your offer without a pre-approval letter attached. So sellers really want a good indication that you're going to be able to close at the end of the day. So if they, and in this market we've had in the past few years, sometimes sellers are considering multiple offers. And if they have 2 offers and one has a pre-approval letter, they're ready to go, and the other offer, your offer, doesn't have a pre-approval letter with it, the seller is more than likely not even going to consider this one. They're going to go with one that looks like they've already talked with the lender, they can get the money, and it looks like they're going to be able to close. And so it's really important that we have that before we get going on that journey of looking for houses. So it's also important for you as a buyer, because you want to know what your monthly expenses are going to be based on a specific loan amount. And oftentimes you may get pre-approved for a higher amount than what you actually want to spend. So a lender is going to just say, oh, you can get pre-approved for $400,000, and you may say, but what's the monthly payment on that? I don't want to go that high. I really only want to spend around this much as a monthly payment. And so I do encourage buyers to have those conversations with your lenders. I talk to my clients about it because I always encourage my clients not to be house poor, because life happens. There's things that come up. Property taxes in Texas, I'm in Texas, so property taxes can go up every year, and that might make your mortgage payment go up a little bit more. And it is a good thing for property taxes going up in some regards, because it means your home equity is going up, your value is going up. So that is a good thing, but it's not for your pocket. So it's important that you have that extra built in. And the other thing is you may have home maintenance that you need to take care of. You may have just things in your family or in life that all of a sudden you need extra money for, or maybe you just want to travel and you want to have a life outside of your home. So I always encourage buyers to understand what you're pre-approved for, but that doesn't mean you need to spend all the way to that max amount. And those are good conversations that you're going to be able to have with your lender as well. So the other thing is, what happens if I start house hunting prior to getting pre-approved? So if you are working with a licensed real estate agent and they're good at their job, they're unlikely to start the process of house hunting without a pre-approval letter. Because if you, like I said, want to submit an offer on a home, the seller is most likely not even going to consider it until you have a pre-approval letter. So as realtors, we partner with great lenders. I have a lot of great lenders that I recommend and have worked with a lot. And we team up together to make sure that our clients are set up for success. Because it's not only just about having that pre-approval letter and ready to go to buy that house, but you need to understand what those payments look like. You need to understand what your loan options are, because there's different types of loans. You may want to think about, should you do a 15-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage? And you just need to understand all the options. So working with a very educated and great lender is going to be able to walk you through those different steps. So that's really important. Sometimes I have clients ask me, should I go ahead and run my credit score and pay certain, pay certain things off before I even talk with the lender? It doesn't hurt to do that. If you kind of know what your credit score is, there is a minimum credit score. Maybe you have a credit card that you are trying to get paid off before you get to that process, and that is great. It doesn't hurt to talk to a lender also about these things, because they can also help you pay this one off, and don't worry about this one, it's not going to hurt you. That's what a great lender also will look at and help you know what to tackle first so that you are ready. So if you're kind of on the edge of maybe I should go ahead and go ahead and work with a lender, or maybe I'm not sure yet. Well, if you have a trusted real estate advisor, you can ask us and we can kind of talk through and help you know. But it's not going to hurt you. It's not a big commitment to work with the lender, to have those conversations and to see if that's even an option. And so, lastly, you can imagine that if you do skip the pre-approval process and you start looking for homes, whether online or in person, and you find that perfect home and you're so emotionally attached, and then you realize it's out of your price range, you're not even approved for that amount, or maybe it's more than you feel comfortable spending, now you're heartbroken. And now I'm heartbroken, because I am passionate for my clients and I want them to get the house that they want, but I also want it to be one they can realistically afford. And if you are at that point, then every house you look out after that, you're going to be disappointed, because nothing's going to measure up. And so it's really important that we kind of have our steps in the right order to make sure that you're going to have a successful home buying experience. So I said yesterday in my video, but I'll say it again, a successful home buyer is a prepared home buyer. So we want to make sure we're taking those steps. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable and ready to move forward with the home buying purchase, and that you feel confident, and that's going to give you a good experience. So remember, the pre-approval process is about getting serious in your home buying journey, and we want you to make smart real estate decisions. So once you're officially pre-approved, then the house hunting can begin, which is what we're going to talk about tomorrow in day 3 of the Home Buyer Bootcamp. So make sure to tune into that one, and we'll talk about what does it look like to get that process started, and how I get a custom home search set up for you. So thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put a comment or send me a message. I'll be glad to answer them. And also, I do have that home buyer bootcamp resource for you that's totally free. All I need is your email address, and I'll be happy to send that to you, and I'll ask you some great questions just to get you started, and making sure you understand some of the lingo. And so let me know if that's a resource that would be helpful for you. But thank you so much for watching, and hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful day. Bye.